Hi friends, welcome to Let's Learn Civil Engineering Classroom. Here, this video is exclusively dedicated to those who are preparing for the upcoming Kerala PSC Harbour Engineering Examination for Draftman Grade 3. Before proceeding, I request my viewers to subscribe my channel for more videos. So let's start with the first question. Sand is mixed with lime mortar to reduce setting time, prevent shrinkage and cracking, reduce cost, improve strength. The answer: sand is mixed with lime mortar to prevent shrinkage and cracking. A good quality cement should have a higher percentage of tricalcium silicate, free lime, silica, mineral oil. The answer is: a good quality cement should have a higher percentage of tricalcium silicate. Steel reinforcement is placed in cement concrete at suitable places to keep up the tensile stresses, load, crushing strength, none of these. The steel reinforcement is placed in cement concrete at suitable places to keep up the tensile stresses. The initial setting time of a quick setting cement is nearly 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes and 5 minutes. The answer is: the initial setting time of a quick setting cement is nearly 5 minutes. The sand passing through a screen with clear opening 1.587 mm is known as fine sand, coarse sand, gravelly sand, pit sand. The answer is: sand passing through a screen with clear opening 1.587 mm is known as a fine sand. The water absorption of second class brick 24 hours immersed in cold water should not exceed 5%, 10%, 20%, 22%. The answer is: water absorption of second class brick if 24 hours immersed in cold water should not exceed 22%. Generally, a good brick not break when made to fall on another brick from a height of a 1.25 meter, 1.75 meter, 2 meter and 3 meter. The answer is: a good brick not break when made to fall on another brick from a height of 1.25 meter. The wicket apparatus is used for fineness test, consistency test, compressive strength test, slump test. The answer is: wicket apparatus is used for the consistency test. While performing the field test of cement, when rubbed in between fingers, it should feel smooth, rough, gritty, oily. The answer is: while performing a field test of cement, when rubbed in between fingers, it should feel smooth. The rocks which are formed by the cooling of magma are known as metamorphic rock, sedimentary rock, igneous rock, argillaceous rock. The answer is: rocks which are formed by the cooling of magma are known as igneous rocks. The bearing power of a soil can be determined by method of loading, plate load test, penetration test, all of the above. The answer is: the bearing power of a soil can be determined by all of the above methods. A common footing provided for two or more columns when an exterior column is situated near the boundary line of the plot is cantilever footing, combined footing, continuous footing, raft foundation. The answer is: a common footing provided for two or more columns when an exterior column is situated near the boundary line of the plot is combined footing. The bottom surface of a door or a window opening is known as frames, stiles, rail, sill. The answer is the bottom surface of a door or a window opening is known as sill. The arrangement of layers of stones or brick by which no continuous vertical joints are formed as bond, lacing course, header, string course. The answer is the arrangement of layers of stones or brick by which no continuous vertical joints are formed as bond. The minimum thickness of a stone wall is 20 cm, 30 cm, 40 cm, 50 cm. The answer is the minimum thickness of a stone wall is 30 cm. The main source causing dampness in badly designed kitchen is by condensation, action of rain, heat insulation, all of the above. The answer is the main source causing dampness in badly designed kitchen is due to condensation. The highest point in extradose of an arch is key, intradose, crown, soffit. The answer, the highest point in extradose of arch is known as crown. The distance up to which the lintel is inserted in the supporting wall is 100 mm, height of the lintel, 1 by 10 to 1 by 12 of the span of the lintel, all of the above. The answer, the distance up to which the lintel is inserted in the supporting wall is up to the height of the lintel. The total area of the window opening should be at least same as the floor area, 50% of the floor area of the room, 15% of the floor area of the room, 5% of the floor area of the room. The answer is the total area of the window opening should be at least 15% of the floor area of the room. Sliding doors are commonly used in godowns, residential buildings, hospitals, theatres. The answer is sliding doors are commonly used in godowns. The horizontal platform between two flights of a stair is known as going, landing, pitch, run. The horizontal platform between two flights of a stair is known as landing. The triangular upper part of a wall formed at the end of a pitched roof is known as hip, eaves, gable, cleat. The answer is the triangular upper part of a wall formed at the end of a pitched roof is known as gable. Usually, minor significance problems for the upper floor is damp resistance, strength, stability, thermal insulation. The answer is usually the minor significance problem for the upper floor is damp resistance. The trussed roof provided when the span varying from 5 meter to 8 meter is steel trusses, queen post truss, king post truss, composite trusses. The trussed roof provided when the span varying from 5 meter to 8 meter is the king post truss. The piles when driven are ready to take up the load. There is no wastage of time having high resistance to biological and chemical action is precast concrete piles, steel piles, cast iron piles, sand piles. The answer is the piles when driven are ready to take up the load. There is no wastage of time having high resistance to biological and chemical actions is the precast concrete piles. The stone blocks of desired dimension placed under the end of a beam to distribute the load over greater area is called as diaper work, template, drip store, cramp. The answer is the stone blocks of designed dimension placed under the end of a beam to distribute the load over a greater area is called as a template. For testing the ground for foundation, The method used is piling, drilling, probing, pitching. The answer is, for testing the ground for foundation, the method used is probing. The type of foundation adopted in river for the construction of bridges having long span culverts is grillage foundation, well foundation, raft or mat foundation, stepped foundation. The answer is, the type of foundation adopted in river for the construction of bridges having long span culverts is the well foundation. For diversion of flood water of rivers, the type of canal constructed is ridge canal, perennial canal, inundation canal, drain. The answer is, for diversion of flood water of rivers, the type of canal constructed is inundation canal. In a canal siphon, the flow is under atmospheric pressure through pipes with critical velocity under negative pressure. The answer is, in a canal siphon, the flow is through pipes. The time elapsed from the first watering at sowing to the last watering when crop matures is base period, duty, delta, time factor. The answer is, the time elapsed from the first watering at sowing to the last watering when crop matures is called as base period. A small tunnel in the form of a pipes laid under the ground to tap up underground flow available at moderate depth is galleries, infiltration galleries, springs, pumps. The answer is, a small tunnel in the form of pipe laid under the ground to tap up underground flow available at moderate depth is infiltration galleries. The science which deals with the occurrence, distribution and movement of water on the earth, below the earth's surface and in the atmosphere is known as irrigation, geology, hydrology, archaeology. The answer is, the science which deals with the occurrence, distribution and movement of water on the earth, below the earth's surface, in the atmosphere is called as the hydrology. The total quantity of water draining into a reservoir during a period is called as runoff, evaporation, percolation, discharge. The total quantity of water draining into a reservoir during a period is called as runoff. Earthen dams fails due to hydraulic failure, seepage failure, structural failure, all of the above. The answer is, earthen dams fails due to all of the above failures. A structure constructed at the head entrance of the canal to control the flow of water is called as a divide wall, head regulator, fish ladder, a weir. The answer is, a structure constructed at the head entrance of the canal to control the flow of water is called as the head regulator. Duty of water is expressed in centimeters, hectares per meter cube per second, meter cube, none of these. The answer is, duty of the water is expressed in hectare per cubic. When the canal is very small, it passes over the drain through pipelines, then it is called as a pipe aqueduct, irrigation culvert, level crossing, super passage. The answer is, when the canal is very small, it passes over the drain through the pipelines, then it is called as a pipe aqueduct. The storage capacity of a reservoir is computed by using geometrical method, comparative method, mass curve method, incremental increase method. The answer is, the storage capacity of a reservoir is computed by using mass curve method. Structures constructed for drawing water from reservoir are called as a weir, siphon well, sluices, intakes. The structures constructed for drawing water from reservoir are called as sluices. When a drain passes over an irrigation canal, the structure formed is called as aqueduct, super passage, soil pipe, irrigation culvert. When a drain passes over an irrigation canal, The structure formed is called as a super passage. Which one of the following hydraulic equipment should be provided for the layout of powerhouses? Generators, transformers, turbines, cranes. The answer is the hydraulic equipment should be provided for the layout of powerhouses is turbines. The dam-proof course is measured in cubic meter, square meter, meter, none of these. The answer is the dam-proof course is measured in square meters. The centerline method is specially adopted for estimating circular building, hexagonal building, other geometrical shaped building, all of the above. The answer is centerline method is specially adopted for estimating all type of the buildings. The rate of an item of work depends on specification of work, specification of material, proportion of mortar, all the above. The rate of an item of work depends on all of the above factors. The unit of measurement is per quintal for mild steel reinforcement of RCC works, collapsible gates with rails, rolling shutters, expanding metal wire netting. The answer is the unit of measurement is per quintal for mild steel reinforcement of RCC works. The printed list of various items of work for preparing a detailed estimate and is maintained by the engineering department is called as a revised estimate, analysis of rate, schedule of rates, detailed specification. The answer is the printed list of various items of work for preparing detailed estimate and is maintained by the engineering department is called as the schedule of rates. The wireman tool used for screwing and unscrewing of nut and bolt where space is restricted is called as an Allen wrench, poker, bench vise, nose pliers. The answer is the wireman tool used for screwing and unscrewing of a nut and bolt where space restricted is known as Allen wrench. The unit of woodwork is 10 meter square, 10 meter cube, 10 dm cube, 10 dm square. The answer is the unit of woodwork is 10 dm cube. The main factor to be considered while preparing a detailed estimate is quantity of a material, transportation of material, location of site and local labor charges, all of the above. The main factor to be considered while preparing a detailed estimate is all of the above factors. In Indian type closets, the trap used to have a minimum water seal of 45 mm, 40 mm, 60 mm, 20 mm. In Indian type closets, the trap should have a minimum water seal of 45 mm. Another name of conservancy system is water carriage system, system of sanitation, dry system, none of this. The answer is another name of conservancy system is dry system. The solid or semi-solid waste from a house like waste of food, peeling of vegetable, fruits, etc. is called as rubbish, garbage, ashes, sewage. The answer is the solid or semi-solid waste from a house like waste of food, peelings of vegetables, fruits, etc. is called as a garbage. The instrument used for fixing the pipe in position for cutting and threading operation is pipe vise, chain wrench, pipe bending machine, none of these. The answer is the instrument used for fixing the pipe in position for cutting and threading operation is known as a pipe vise. Alum is used for water treatment for disinfection, sterilization, coagulation, softening. The answer is alum is used for the water treatment for coagulation. The temporary hardness of water can be removed by boiling or adding lime, chlorination, coagulation, filtering. The answer is the temporary hardness of water can be removed by boiling or adding lime. Irrigation from well is an example of storage irrigation, lift irrigation, direct irrigation, perennial irrigation? The answer is irrigation from well is an example of lift irrigation. The plumbing system in which the soil and waste pipe are separated are known as one pipe system, single stalk system, two pipe system, none of this. The answer is the plumbing system in which the soil and waste pipe are separated is known as two pipe system. The safety valve for dam is weir, spillway, barrage, galleries. The answer is the safety valve for dam is spillways. The trap generally used in Indian water closet system is U-trap, P-trap, S-trap, T-trap. The answer is the trap generally used in Indian water closet system is a P-trap. While planning an educational building as far as possible, the classroom laboratories are provided in the north side, west side, east side, south side. The answer is while planning an educational building, as far as possible, the classroom laboratories is provided in the north side. A venturimeter is used for finding discharge of a liquid in pipe, pressure in the pipe, speed of liquid flow in the pipe, time of flow of liquid. The answer is a venturimeter is used for finding the discharge of liquid in pipe. One side of a rectangular field is 8 meter and its diagonal is 10 meter. The area of the field is 70 meter square, 40 meter square, 48 meter square, 80 meter square. The answer is one side of a rectangular field is 8 meter and its diagonal is 10 meter. Then area of the field is 48 meter square. For more solution, pause the video and the solution is given on the right side of the video. The length of a room is exceeded its breadth by 10 decimeter and its perimeter is 100 decimeter. The cost of carpeting it at rupees 5 per meter square is rupees 3000, rupees 30, rupees 300, rupees 66. The answer is rupees 30. A rectangular plot of 10 meter long and 8 meter wide is surrounded by a road of 2 meter wide. Find the area of the road. 104 meter square, 168 meter square, 80 meter square, 88 meter square. The answer is 88 meter square. The base radius of a conical tent is 6 meter and its height is 8 meter. Calculate the area of the canvas used to make it. 188.4 meter square, 168 meter square, 215.2 meter square, 251.2 meter square. The answer is 188.4 meter square. For an octagonal plot, the sum of measured interior angle should be 360 degree, 540 degree, 720 degree, 1080 degree. The answer is for an octagonal plot, the sum of measured interior angle should be 1080 degree. The length of an arrow is generally same as its width, 3 times of its width, 6 times of its width, less than the width. The answer is the length of an arrow is generally 3 times of its width. While drawing freehand sketching, vertical lines should be drawn downwards, upwards, in any direction, all of the above. The answer is while drawing freehand sketching, vertical lines should be drawn downwards. A rectangular figure bounded by more than 5 sides is trapezium, polygons, rhombus, quadrilateral? The answer is a rectilinear figure bounded by more than 5 sides is a polygon. The representative fraction for full size scale is less than unity, greater than unity, equal to unity, none of this. The answer is the representative fraction for full size scale is equal to unity. When the object is placed in the first quadrant such that it is between the projection plane and the observer, then the obtained projection is called as first angle projection, third angle projection, isometric projection, orthographic projection. The answer is when the object is placed in the first quadrant such that it is between the projection plane and the observer, then the obtained projection is called as the first angle projection. The main principle of surveying is to work from whole to the part, to work from part to the whole, to work as a whole, to work as a part. The answer is the main principle of surveying is to work from whole to the part. The survey in which the curvature of earth is taken into consideration is plane surveying, trigonometric surveying, engineering surveying, aerial surveying. The answer is the surveying in which the curvature of the earth is taken into consideration is in the trigonometric surveying. Classification based on the purpose of the survey is triangulation survey, land survey, photographic survey, mine survey. The answer is classification based on the purpose of the survey is mine survey. The ends of each links of a chain is connected by means of 1 oval ring, 2 oval ring, 3 oval ring, 4 oval ring. The answer is the end of each links of a chain is connected by means of 3 oval rings. A line which is used to prove the accuracy of a framework and plotting is a check line, survey line, base line, tie line. The answer is a line which is used to prove the accuracy of framework and plotting is a check line. The length of a short offset is limited up to 5 meter, 10 meter, 15 meter, 20 meter. The length of a short offset is limited up to 15 meters. The field work and office work are done simultaneously in chain survey, plane table survey, compass survey, theodolite survey. The answer is the field work and office work are done simultaneously in plane table surveying. The deviation of magnetic needle due to the presence of magnetic object near the place of work is called as dip, declination, bearing, local attraction. The answer is the deviation of magnetic needle due to the presence of magnetic object near the place of work is called as local attraction. For locating distant and inaccessible points, the method used in plane table survey is radiation, traversing, intersection, resection. The answer is for locating distant and inaccessible points, the method used in plane table survey is intersection method. The interior angle can be calculated from the bearings observed at same station, end station, proceeding station, succeeding station. The answer is the interior angle can be calculated from the bearings obtained at the same stations. The prismatic compass reads quadrantal bearing, whole circle bearing, reduced bearing, included angle. The prismatic compass reads the whole circle bearing. The fixed reference point of non-elevation is known as a benchmark, reduced level, datum, change point. The answer is the fixed reference point of non-elevation is known as a benchmark. In a single setup of level, the number of backsides taken is any number, 1, 2, none of these. The answer is, in a single setup of the level, the number of backsides taken is only 1. To obtain the undulation of the ground surface along the center line of a canal, a cross section is required. Both cross section and longitudinal sections are required. None of these profiles required. The answer is, to obtain the undulation of the ground surface along the center line of a canal, we require the profile of the canal. The common values of the contour interval adopted for reservoirs and town planning scheme is 0.5 to 2 meter, 2 meter to 3 meter, 3.5 meter to 4.5 meter, above 5 meter. The answer is, the common values of the contour interval adopted for the reservoirs and town planning schemes is 0.5 to 2 meter. A dumpy level is fixed in between the stations A and B. The staff reading on A is 2.65 meter and that on B is 1.5 meter. Then the ground is fall from A to B, rise from A to B, level from A to B, rise from B to A. The answer is rise from A to B. The best method of interpolation of contour is estimation, graphical method, arithmetical calculation, direct method. The answer is, the best method of interpolation of contour is the graphical method. To elimination of parallax, error during temporary adjustment of level is focusing, centering, leveling, none of these. The answer is, to elimination of parallax error during temporary adjustment of level is the focusing. Both focusing the objective and focusing the eyepiece. The first step in leveling process is to find the height of instrument, the changing point, foresight reading, reduced level of any other point. The answer is, the first step in leveling process is to find the height of instrument. Leveling is done from a benchmark number 1 of reduced level 409.695 meter and a benchmark of number 2 reduced level 411.490 meter. The sum of backside was 3.195 meter and that of foresight was 1.410 meter. Then the closing error is 1.795 meter, 0.1 meter, 0.01 meter, 0.001 meter. The answer is 0.01 meter. Thinner used for oil paints is water, turpentine, carbon tetrachloride, alcohol. The answer is, thinner used for oil paint is the turpentine. The major drawback of air seasoning of wood is longer duration, loss of strength, development of knots, distortion of grains. The answer is, the major drawback of air seasoning of wood is the longer duration. The decay of timber caused by alternate wetting and drying is called as dry rot, wet rot, foxiness, none of these. The answer is, the decay of timber caused by alternate wetting and drying is called as the wet rot. Plywood is specified by size and grain direction, strength in all direction, number of plies, volume. The answer is, plywood is specified by size and number of plies. The age of good trees for felling varies from 30 to 50 years, 50 to 100 years, 100 to 150 years, 150 to 200 years. The answer is, the age of good trees for felling varies from 50 to 100 years. Thank you for watching the video, and for more videos please subscribe the channel.